In this video, we're going to discuss the language of subtraction. So before we discuss subtracting integers, we want to make sure we have our language correct. So I just want to draw your attention to something before we start. 5 minus 3, I think we'll all agree that that is 2. However, if we reverse the order of the numbers, 3 minus 5 is not equal to 2. We're going to see when we look with integer chips that it in fact equals -2. And why this is important is the order of the numbers with subtraction matters. You can't reverse the order and have the same expression. So we use lots of different language for subtraction, and how we phrase it tells us which number comes first in the symbolic form. So here we have 5 minus 3, and notice I just said that using minus language. So let's write that out. 5 minus 3. Now another type of language that we use that you may say is subtracted from language. Now we wouldn't say 5 subtracted from 3. This would be 5 subtracted from the number 3. Instead we say 3 is being subtracted from 5. So we're subtracting the number 3 from the original number 5. So notice this is important because if you read this left to right, 3 subtracted from 5, it might be tempting to write 3 minus 5, but that's incorrect. This is equivalent to 5 minus 3. Now we also use less than language. Okay? So here we would say 3 less than 5. So we're taking away the 3 from the 5. So 3 less than 5 is how we say this expression using less than language. And again, just like subtracted from language, the order that we write this in words is reversed from the symbolic order. And finally, decreased by language. Here we'd actually start with the first number. So this is 5, and then we decrease it by, so decreased by 3. Let's do one more example where one of the numbers is negative so we can just practice using both of these ideas. So notice this is representing our operation of subtraction, and the number 3 is negative. So this is 5 minus -3. Using subtracted from language, we're subtracting the -3 from the 5. So -3 subtracted from 5. Using less than language, we would say -3 less than 5. -3 less than 5. And let's just take a moment to realize this is a different less than the less than symbol. We're not saying -3 is less than 5, even though it is. We're saying we are subtracting -3 from 5. Okay? So -3 less than 5 means subtract -3 from the number 5. So this is different than inequality less than. And finally, decreased by language, we'll have our 5, and we're going to take 5 decreased by -3. So as always, be careful of your language and be careful of the ordering of these so that you can learn to represent them correctly.